Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. My name is Kweku Ediama Ansa. Coming up, one person confirmed dead after a fuel tanker overturned along the Tema motorway, trapping the driver and passenger.
The two casualties were handed over to the ambulance, for which we followed. But upon arrival at the Tema hospital, one was confirmed dead. Yeah, that is the driver.
Users of the Abri-Pediasi Road call for enhanced safety measures following reports of falling rocks onto stretch.
Well, as soon as I started, right, over there you see that everything was natural. But as soon as I climb, I'm not criticizing, but you see this stuff here? There's a more development on the side of the road. It poses a challenge.
Also coming up, sightseers at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park left disappointed following temporary closure of facility.
I've watched the documentary on Citi TV with Bernard, and I was very excited. So I thought that I should come and have a good feel of it physically. Unfortunately, when we came, we are told that the place has been closed down till Tuesday.
And later, evicted contestant of the Voice Factory, Cleos, makes a comeback in a dramatic turn of events. We're grateful that you could choose us. Let's begin our bulletin on a sad note because one person has been confirmed dead in an accident which occurred on the Accra-Tema motorway near the Ashaman Underbridge in the early hours of Saturday, July 8. According to the Ghana National Fire Service, the accident saw a fuel tanker overturned into a divisional island off the Tema motorway, trapping the driver and the passenger. The driver was confirmed dead when he was sent to the Tema General Hospital, while the passenger has been left traumatized by the incident. The district commander for Tema Motorway Fire Station, DO2 Richmond Vanderpoy, in an interview with Citi News said investigations have begun into the incident to ascertain the cause.
The Tema-bound side of the Accra-Tema motorway on Saturday witnessed a gridlock for more than 2 hours following an accident involving a fuel tanker which had overturned under the Ashaman Underbridge. The accident, according to the Ghana National Fire Service, occurred at about 3:55 a.m. with the motorway division of the service responding to the distress call. The road was totally blocked to allow for the removal of the fuel tanker from under the bridge, while leaving some frustrated motorists to resort to trekking, while others had to find alternative routes to their destination. Although the cause of the accident is not yet known, the Ghana Fire Service says it has commenced investigations to unravel the circumstance leading to the accident. District Commander for the Tema Motorway Fire Station, DO2, Richmond Vanderpoy, in an interview with the media, confirmed that one casualty has been recorded.
Around 3:55 a.m. this morning, we received a running call from Chief Inspector Albert Adade reporting of an accident on the Accra-Tema motorway near the Ashaman Underbridge. The Ghana National Fire Service, specifically the motorway division, responded to the incident. This is a report, from the OIC of the crew that attended to the accident. The investigation is underway. What actually occurred this morning will not ascertain the cause yet, but the accident resulted into trapping both the driver and that of the passenger. They gave in an assistance message from the Ghana Ambulance Service and that of a recovery truck from the Ghana Police Service. So after extrication, the two casualties were handed over to the ambulance, for which we followed. But upon arrival at the Tema General Hospital, one was confirmed dead. Yeah, that is the driver. Looking at the impact of the accident, it got the other passenger traumatized, so he was not able to speak give us any information.
Now, users of the Abri-Peduasi Road are appealing for more to be done to enhance the safety of people. The appeal follows reports of falling rocks onto portions of the road earlier this week. The following report throws light on concerns of some pedestrians and motorists who ply the stretch. In 2016, the government, through the Ministry of Roads and Highways, closed portions of the Eyimensa Abri stretch to allow for the fencing of the rocks that are on the side of the stretch to prevent any eventuality in case the rocks fall off. And this was done within 5 months. Afterwards, 3 years after, we recorded an unfortunate situation where portions of the rocks had fallen off, although it had been fenced by the Highways Authority. Well, this was a major concern to a lot of people. At that time, authorities indicated that the situation was as a result of a downpour that had occurred over the period. But was that really the case? Some stakeholders also raised other concerns of human activities on the vegetation. They had indicated that people had been constructing at places they were not meant to do so. Well, fast forward in 2023, a similar situation has occurred where some portions of the rocks have been seen to have falling off. This time not too dire as we saw some years back, but then authorities are worried about the situation. They are still hammering on the fact that people are building at wrong places. And from where I stand now, I'm sure you can see a lot of construction works that are being done by private developers on the vegetation, which should have been left as a buffer. So the Eastern Regional Minister, Seth Kwame Champon, has been reacting to the human activities that is hampering the vegetation here. And he says that private developers must take full responsibility of what they do.
We have spoken to the owners of this property. This is a private property, and they need to, as a matter of urgency, raise a solid defense wall which will help protect the remaining properties here. Subsequent to that, I'm sure engineers are going to come around to certify the structures, to test them to see if indeed the structures are durable to stand the test of time, or some actions needs to be taken on them. That aside, the contractor who's working to is also being met to ensure that he speeds up his work, so we do not have a future occurrence. For us, the main important thing to us is to protect life and property. So this defense wall is very key to us, and we are going to ensure that it is developed as soon as practicable. You can find with me my regional NADMO director. That is why he's here, because we have to ensure that lives are protected. The municipal chief executive is with me. The municipal engineer is also with me. All of them are here helping us to put together what needs to be done immediately to protect property and life.
So to get more insight on this particular development, Citi News has been interacting with a geologist on what he makes of the situation and the solution going forward.
These rocks are they are rocks that are not stable. Initially, they shouldn't have been a problem because we had vegetation cover on it. But due to the constructions that we have done, we have exposed these weak materials. And these weak materials that we have exposed over time, they're still going to come out of where they are originally because of the initial weakness that they have. I can see that some level of mass wasting solution has been put on those rocks. That is, we have I think there's a wire mesh that we've used to protect section of the rocks. And once we have the road there, and then we have degradation of land and people continuously building on top of the mountain and exposing all these weak rocks to the surface, these mass movement is not going to stop. So until there's an intervention by government, so that when people are building, they follow building codes and building standards, also taken into cognizance the kind of geology we have there, this problem is going to persist.
Halfway through from the Eyim Mensa toll booth all the way through to the Peduase Lodge stretch, you see some heaped sand on the left side of the road and also some stones that have, packed itself, and that's because we understand that this particular situation happened when the sand came from the top of the stretch, and that's because human activities have also been hampering the vegetation of the stretch.
My first time, I was wondering why the nets have been used to cover the rocks. And then it occurred to me that possibly they are trying to avoid a situation where if the rocks fall, I don't know how safe it would be with the nets. So maybe assuming the rock breaks off and then it's coming down, is the net enough to stop it from rolling onto the road? And people, it's a highway. So, yeah, so for me, what I'm actually wondering is whether the nets are heavy enough to hold the rocks in position. And with regard to safety, should they fall off? I don't know which kind of engineers did this thing, but maybe in their assessments, the nets are enough to hold any rock, no matter the size, in position from falling down on any car or vehicle or anything. So that's my opinion. So I think maybe it's safe to the extent that perhaps it won't come down as suddenly as one would expect it to. Maybe the rocks will be enough to slow its momentum to the ground, and maybe, I don't know, a car will be fast enough to swerve it or something.
Well, as soon as I started, right, over there you see that everything was natural. But as soon as I climb, I'm not criticizing, but you see this stuff here? There's a more development on the side of the road. It poses a challenge, environmental challenge, you know what I'm saying? So on that side, for instance, this is a little bit too close. But what they did, I think they can improve on it too, because it's out of our control right now. You can't tell people to, don't encroach. But what we can do is maybe improve on the netting and, for people's safety. That is what I think they should.
Finally, on encroachment also, because these people, we understand, have been told not to build there.
Exactly. Yeah. They should enforce it. Ghana, we talk, but we don't enforce it. I don't want to, you see, we saw beautiful forest right there, and then we jump over here and then you see all this stuff. The government has to step in and do something. This is natural. This is all we have left. You know what I'm saying? This month, if this thing is not here, what else? So they can improve on it. All the inhabitants, the animals, you won't see anything.
Now, the absence of a facility management team for the Pokwase interchange, valued about $94 million, has given room for some unidentified men to be damaging the country's first ever 4-tier interchange. Residents and pedestrians along the interchange are thus calling on authorities to intensify their monitoring and maintenance surveillance of the facility. There is more in this report.
The Pokwase Interchange, the largest interchange in West Africa, is a critical road project linking the Central Road Corridor, which is the strategic road connecting the port of Tema to Kumasi, Ghana's second largest major city, and onto Burkina Faso. The project is intended to stimulate industrialization, provide income-generating opportunities, promote affordable transport services, and generally improve the livelihoods of people in the project area. A recent visit by Citi News to the project area, which was commissioned about 2 years ago, revealed that the beauty of the original design appears to be fading away due to the lack of a monitoring team. The green concept of the infrastructure, which was originally to plant flowers, garden, and trees at some selected median of the street, have been left unattended, thus giving rise to weeds. Some of the main street lights have also become faulty. Some pedestrians have been speaking to Citi News on this development.
Yeah, it's really no maintenance. I can see Ghana in whole. Any time, every road, there's a lack of maintenance. Look at the roadside. This is not flower, and this is not flower. It's a bush, whereby they have to do all those things. And the electric posts, if the bulbs die, they didn't repair it. If they are doing their jobs, I know these things may not happen. So those who are for this job have to wake up and do the job.
Anytime they are fixing the road for all, we need to employ people who are going to maintain it. But finish doing the road, but we lack of maintenance. Every problem that we are facing in this our country.
Maintenance of the road, our Ghana has been very poor. Until flowers, Omudia no kwan, every free flowers in you now say we run a fuaji kwani munyina. Prison for hanka every week be a mama prisons ababedo run a walk on nyina be omonye na the Santos Subium street lights yehu baby amoso no amaye ni solar but ensuo to na ensuo ne TV a edu anadwo a intimi enya adwuma.
A walk on the pedestrian footbridge revealed that some unknown persons have stolen the cables which power the pedestrian street lights. A great number of the handrails along the stretch had also been taken off by these unidentified men, reducing the beauty of the project. A stroll into some inlets of the community also revealed that some residents have cut the roads to lay their waste pipes to the gutters without recourse to law. Citi News checks with the area also confirmed that some residents have even attempted to drill boreholes at areas holding water. Desmond Yao Hodanun Bedi, a resident in the area who was the QC manager of the project, has been highlighting how some community members are defacing the project.
There's the street lights and the walkways lights which cables have been pulled out. This currently won't be a good situation for the people of Pokwase. When we were handing over, our note was that we cautioned them to be vigilant and also be citizens of this country and not only spectators. So when we happen to pass by and we see such an infrastructure being damaged of this state, we had sort of hard feeling for the sponsors and also the country as a whole. Our caution is that we should report such issues to the police. I'm very sure if the states do not have a keen look into this particular issues relating to the Pokwase interchange, it wouldn't be what the designers or what the dreamers actually thought the project would have been. We are of the view that a second look should be given to the Pokwase interchange, for it being the first of its kind within the Sub-Saharan and first in West Africa. I think this one should be well looked at.
The project engineer Kobna Bengpon also indicated that the Ministry of Roads has assured of putting up a team in monitoring and maintaining the interchange.
The interchange and the roads were done to the best, of quality, but unfortunately, that is not what we are finding. Look, the greens that we have in the medians, and they cost us a lot of money. Please, we need to maintain our national monuments. This is a monument for Ghana, and I know I have already spoken to my bosses, in the Ministry of Roads and Highways and the Department of Urban Roads, and they've given me indication, which I'm working towards, trying to get a team that will be responsible for the management of the interchange, so that we can maintain its national pride and ensure that it is in the best shape at all times. So this is, and of course, there's also another thing which I've always spoken about: the drivers. When there's an accident, they have to report. Those also who pour fuels and oils or lubricants in general on the road surface. This is asphalt. It is going to dissolve. This is, it's like you're putting a solute onto a material that will dissolve. It will just dissolve it. So please, they should, stop doing that.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom here on Citi TV. Still to come. Sightseers at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park left disappointed following temporary closure of facility. We have details of this and other stories coming up shortly. Please do stay.
Can become a household.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Euroflip, a real estate gaming platform that allows you to play and stand a chance of winning a house or cash or consolidated prizes, such as savings towards a house. Simple and easy to play. Visit www.yugoflip.com. Buy a ticket to enter the game. Wait for the end of the game to enjoy the win. Anyone can win. Flip it or own it. Yugoflip. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Play responsibly, not for persons below 18 years, and gaming can be addictive.
You're welcome back to the Citi Newsroom. Let's take you to the Ashanti region now because authorities there have begun removing structures situated along streets as part of processes to begin the construction of the Swami Interchange project. The Swami Municipal Assembly some weeks ago issued notices to owners of the structures to relocate and allow the contractors to proceed with work. Citi News' Ashanti regional correspondent Hafiz Tijani reports.
The Swami Macro stretch will be rehabilitated as part of the interchange project. Traders at Swami Magazine have for years occupied the banks of the road where they ply their trade. They have been told to relocate to pave the way for the much-awaited interchange project to start.
For the past 2 years, mentor no be me de gumna na me ton me say e besan. So mo be ka che ya che. O ma inform yes nti bi mo ya so den. Me ma anya so den. E ba me yi me no kakra na aka no. Ampe container ne be bi di see. So mo ya so den ne ye dwuro mo matugu.
Mo de ka se container for nyi om no ma. Nti e bo am mo nyina yi. Ti ne o ha e wo some degree da yo say o mo dwi say into force. Ti e no makra ya nyi. Ama ya da prepare na yi no ma. Ba de kwa na ye no ye fo so se kwa na omo ye no omo nye na mom se kwa na omo hwe so ye de omo nye no omo anye di a na omo se ye no man di a se ano de na boye ye ntwe mo omo
kampunti oni de ye pe but ka was at least omo me ye notice ni ye di ye niama because ya nya prepared because omo edi ka be ka kire ye last week Friday kro omo sa be see so omo de vine e be kan omo sa buy in person be ka kire se ye na e was store so de ye ntena ho na adwuma ni bedru ha o mebe me notice ame ye de asesa ye niam ensa no pay ye ba ya aye gidigidi sa no.
The structures which are currently being removed are temporary ones, while the assembly says processes are also underway to deal with the permanent structures. Municipal Chief Executive for Swami, Maxwell Ofosubwachi, tells Citi News owners are fully cooperating with officials carrying out the exercise.
In fact, we made the announcement 2 weeks ago, and since this is a project that everybody is expecting, we made the announcement to the people who are within the road reservations to relocate. And as at Friday, about 80% of them voluntarily relocated, have started relocating. As at Monday, we were supposed to move in on Monday, but because of how they cooperated, we decided to add 2 more days, which ended yesterday. Less than 10% of them were adamant. They were somehow reluctant to move. So we applied minimum force, and the moment we started such a thing, majority of them decided that okay, we should give them some few hours. They will move their things from the road reservation.
Security agencies are assisting the contractors and officials from the Swami Municipal Assembly to carry out the exercise.
The affected traders say they have no option than to relocate to make way for the construction works, but they are appealing to the authorities to ensure the project meets its completion deadline. Hafiz Tijani, Citi News, Swami, Ashanti Region.
It is clear that the dust on the demand for good roads will not settle anytime soon, as residents and motorists in Bechile, Inepon, Katamanso constituency want the government to fix the poor Bechile-Madina stretch as soon as possible. They claim that the poor condition of the road is affecting their livelihoods. Citi News' Philip Nilate has more in this report.
The demand for good roads is growing, as citizens in several parts of the country have launched a series of protests to force the government to repair their poor road networks. Residents and motorists who ply the Bechile Road, which is off the Ashamana-Kosombo Highway, are seeking the same. According to them, when the Bechile Road connecting Medina is made more travel by the government, it will help in easing the gridlock on the main Ashaman-Mishe Camp Road.
This road is very bad, as you can see. You see, from the Bechile junction, right from here to Pure Oil. I believe when you finish, you drive up to that side and see how bad the road is. The road is too bad. We had break, especially when it rains. This road is very bad. Look, they came and did some construction here before the election, the last election, the 2020 election. That is where they came and tarred this road. My brother, 3 months, the road deteriorated. Just walk on this, a tarred road. This is a dusty road. You are seeing just in front of you, you are seeing a tar. They tarred here to the Bechile town. From here to the Bechile town, they tarred it prior to the 2020 election. Wow. And I'm telling you that 3 months, this road got spoiled. You walk on it, just drive on it and you see how bad it is, a tar road. Why do we deserve this? Always our cars are breaking down. Why? Even here, this one you are seeing here, is asphalt for us.
The road is very bad. If you go front to the station, it's not manholes. And in fact, our cars, we damage our cars finish. But if you don't do this, we can't get our daily bread. So we are suffering for this. And the bad part of this is, you could see people, they are bathing water, flow into the road. And I don't know what authorities are doing. And we see so many people moving with big cars, and I know that we are authorities. Then they are not doing anything.
Anytime we apply this road, going and coming, even when you're in a car and the car is even on the road moving, you feel body pains, your body shakes a lot, and then even the car you are in sometimes even breaks down. So when you are going to work and the car breaks down, you see you get to work late and you waste a lot of time. Using about 5 minutes to cross this road, because the road is not good, you can use about 30 minutes or 45 minutes to cross the road, which in effect reduces productivity at the workplace. So they have to do something about the road. The road is really bad.
And this road, where you ban I have to go ban Minim the artist is here. A quite a master fin, I copy fin, or mine. Nancy, I can't go. I want to get them. What was our pan? Can't ban no better got them. None car anytime up high. No, oh, my bed, I just gave him some Bra, Brewa, yes, that's the common and I am Ketwa. A quite sunny at any the 30 years in here. Yat's not when you must sound to be a twaba. Yatwaba pepper, or may I be on my yay. Until this trip, dear, or my mayor quine, I am young twaba. Yes, Rano, I'm not mayor quine, my and your cannon, Macabaraka says the animal. Yes, Ramo,
Assembly member for the Bechile electoral area, Abdullah Rahim Yaya, blamed the deplorable nature of the road on government failure to pay the contractor working on the stretch.
After the election, the contractor was off from site, up to date. Honestly speaking, the road now is a death trap to the community and commuters and then the transport operators, because there is no single day we will not have complaint about this road. It is more or less not even a potholes, but rather a manholes, as you can attest to the fact on the ground. We are really suffering. We are just making a passionate appeal to central government to pay the contractor to come back and continue. The community members are very anxious that they want to come out with demo. I'm just calming them down that in appropriate time the right thing will be done. So we are hoping and praying that central government should see to it that the contractor who is in charge of this Bechele road are paid so that he can come back. Else I cannot do anything to make sure that we allow the community members to come out with a massive demonstration.
Joseph Tete, Member of Parliament for Kunkatamanso, says he has informed the roads minister about the poor condition of the road. He plans to bring it up on the floor of Parliament soon.
Bechele Road has been awarded, okay? You realize that the first quote has been done, but I don't know what happened. The contractor didn't continue with the work. So we've done some follow-ups. If you contact the contractor, all he keeps saying is the government is not releasing the needed fund for them to complete the work. So that is the problem. I've spoken with the road minister, and that is personally. I've also put in a question to be admitted by the speaker. So I'm waiting for that question. When it's admitted, then I'll have the point to also ask the minister why the roads are in that bad shape.
Motorists are complaining about how this road is affecting their day-to-day activities and also having an impact on their trade. For passengers and also residents in this community, they are complaining about the health hazard associated with this deplorable road. They want government to immediately fix the stretch. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Philip Ni Latte.
Now, hundreds of sightseers were turned away at the newly redeveloped Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park following its temporary closure by management. This forms part of preparations towards the commercial operation of the facility. The monumental tourist attraction, which was refurbished by government and funded by the World Bank, is expected to boost Ghana's tourism sector. We have more in this report. The redeveloped Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park has, since its commissioning by President Akufo-Addo, gained much momentum and become the major talking point on various platforms. From traditional to new media, consumers are served with jaw-dropping images of the facility, giving tourists every reason to visit. On Friday, July 7, management of the facility announced a temporary closure to make preparations for its commercial operation. This, however, does not seem to have been communicated effectively to the general public, as many individuals who were turned away on their visit said they were unaware of the closure. One of whom is Al-Hassan Inusa, who had come from Wa in the Upper West region. He expressed disappointment towards what he described as lack of communication.
I've watched the documentary on Citi TV with Bernard, and I was very excited. So I thought that I should come and have a very good feel of it physically. Unfortunately, when we came, we are told that the place has been closed down till Tuesday, and I felt disappointed because I felt that today being Saturday, it's an opportunity for a lot of people to come, because I'm a government worker. I can't leave my work and then come on a working day. And today being a Saturday, it's a good opportunity for all of us to come and see. But unfortunately, we are told that it's closed down till Tuesday, which is very disappointing.
But they put out this communication earlier, I think yesterday or so. Didn't you get that?
No. Like I said, I follow Citi News a lot. So I'm sure if it was said earlier, I wouldn't have been here. Unfortunately, we came in, and just now that I've seen them pasting the notice due to the pressure that is mounting on them.
An Indian tourist, Arun Rana, shared a similar sentiment.
I just wanted to see this place because it is the first thing which comes up when you Google Accra or when you see the places to go in Accra. But yeah, we can't help it because it's closed, so it is closed. I don't know the reasons, but we wanted to see the place.
Are you coming back? They said they are opening the place on Tuesday.
Hopefully on my next trip I will come back. But for now we have to leave on Sunday, so can't help it this time.
For Elizabeth Pierre and her friend, despite the disappointment, they will revisit once the facility is reopened to the public.
I came far from here just to visit, and unfortunately they said it's closed, so I have to come back here before leaving the country because it's important, to everybody to visit this place.
My friend, she's a colleague from Cuba. We studied together in Cuba, and then she came all along down there to come and visit Ghana, and I decided to bring her here because she heard a lot about coming Nkrumah. We came and they said the place is locked. In fact, we were much disappointed, but we will be coming next week. Okay. Yes, she has to go inside and then and know her origin.
In more stories, this are paramount chiefs on whose land the Ghana Rubber Estate Limited GREL operates in the Western region have vehemently condemned the destruction of about 33,000 rubber trees belonging to GREL by persons suspected to be encroachers and sometimes illegal small-scale gold miners. While calling for the arrest, the chairman of the paramount chiefs, Nana Akwasi Agyeman, told Citi News that the unprovoked cutting down of the rubber plantation by illegal encroachers threatens the operations of GREL, which could also result in layoffs and unemployment in the area. Citi News' Western Regional correspondent Akwasi Agyeman has the details.
In the last few years, the Ghana Rubber Estate Limited's rubber plantation in the Western region have been threatened by encroachers and illegal small-scale gold mining operators claiming to be under the community mines. This has led to some destruction of acres of GREL's rubber plantations. The latest is the destruction of over 33,000 two-year-old rubber trees detected on Tuesday, 4 July at Jabin Krom in the Hunter West municipality of the Western region. This destruction is suspected to have been caused by persons claiming to want to expand the community, although far from the community. The Association of Paramount Chiefs on whose land GREL operates, Aklango, during a visit to the destroyed plantation, condemned the destruction on GREL's duly acquired lands for its plantation and rubber processing.
We are disappointed and very sad about what has happened. As it has been indicated earlier on, this is a factory that is giving the local people in our areas jobs. And if you look at the number of people involved directly and indirectly in the activities of GREL, I think it's sufficient for us. And so when this information was given to Nanano, we were so happy, disappointed and sad. And what even made it worse is that there's an association by which the two, the company and Nanano interacts, where differences are always resolved peacefully. So we thought that if there's even any, there's a chance for us to meet and resolve it peacefully, as it has been done. It has been going on all this period. So we are surprised about the destruction. We are so sad. We are, it does not speak well of Nanano. It does not speak well of us at all, because I am very sure those people who were involved in these activities were subjects in our various communities. So we live with them. And so if they have any issue, we think that they should come to us and tell us so that we can also take it on and have a discussion over it with the Ghana Rubber Estate Limited.
The Paramount Chief of Lower Disco, who is also the chairman of Aklango, expressed their support to get the persons involved prosecuted.
We condemn the whole thing, and we believe we will support them. We want those people who are involved, if they are arrested, to be punished. They should be punished to serve as a deterrent to the other community, so that nobody else too can take the law into his own hands and come and misbehave like this. And that is why we want those people, when arrested, should be severely punished. We are going to support GREL to make sure that those people are involved are severely punished. Because GREL, we have every time that we need them, GREL comes. And most of the issues, we cannot get 100% for our worries. At least they give us some concessions. So there's no point in engaging in this activity like this.
Managers of Ghana Rubber Estate Limited say they will communicate their official position on the matter in the coming week.
This is still the City Newsroom here on Citi TV with me, Kweku Ediama. Answer still ahead. Evicted contestant of the Voice Factory, Cleos, makes a comeback in a dramatic turn of events. We'll bring you details shortly. Please do stay.
The day of a competition. From the shores to the pools to the beaches across the land. If you fancy yourself a competitive swimmer, this is for you. The Citi TV National Swimming Championships is happening on the 15th and the 16th of July 2023 at the Trust Sports Emporium. To register, WhatsApp your name, age and contact details to 0558 973 973 or call 0205 973 973. The Citi TV National Swimming Championships is brought to you by Citi TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and the Ghana Swimming Association.
You're welcome back to the program. Now, in the Ashanti region, over 300 health workers have left the Ghana Health Service to pursue better opportunities abroad. Authorities warn that this trend observed in the first quarter of 2023 is negatively impacting healthcare delivery in the region. Our Ashanti regional correspondent Hafiz Tijani has more.
Data from the Ashanti Regional Health Directorate reveals that 304 health workers, including doctors and nurses, have applied for leave without salaries. Further investigations conducted by the Directorate indicate that the majority of these workers have traveled overseas in search of improved living conditions. Dr. Emmanuel Tinkran, the Ashanti Regional Director of the Ghana Health Service, acknowledges the detrimental effect this exodus is having on healthcare delivery in the region.
These are very skillful health workers. They've been trained for years. They have the right knowledge, the right skills, and then the right attitude to provide a service. But now it seems that they've been attracted outside the country. So most of them are outside. For those that we did the investigation and realized that most of them are working outside the country, though they've requested for leave without pay, but they've gone outside the country to go and work. And it's worrying in the sense that these are the very people that we need to run the health system of the country.
The increasing rate at which experienced health workers are leaving the country to work abroad is often attributed to poor conditions of service. Dr. Emmanuel Tinkran says the service recognizes this challenge and appealed to health workers to exercise restraint and remain patriotic.
We only need to encourage our people, to motivate them to be more patriotic and then stay on and support us to work. Other than that, if you have to think about the remunerations and then the opportunities that you have, then we'll be left with nobody in this country to give us all the health support that we need. But our people also need good health care. Yes. So 300 left, though we recruited about 500. So net, we have positive about 200. But the issue is that these are new health workers. We will need some time to train them, to build their capacity, so that they can acquire the experience and then the right attitude to work.
The Ghana Health Service is also dealing with legal issues arising from cases of medical negligence between some healthcare facilities and clients. Dr. Anthony Adofo-Fusu, Deputy Director General of the Ghana Health Service, urges hospital administrators to strengthen communication in managing such cases.
So there's a lot of miscommunication, and then that ends up in misunderstanding, and then it will end up in the courts, which would have been avoided if we have communicated clearly and then involving them in the whole care management, making the options that are there for a particular condition, the pros and cons. That's what we call informed consent. And and the administrators, as part of the hospital management, can facilitate some of those processes.
To address these concerns, the government has approved the appointment of the first batch of hospital administrators who are currently undergoing training on effective hospital management in Kumasi.
In health service administration and others. So this 93 formed the first batch, which we've distributed them, posted them to the hospitals, and we are bringing them here to train them.
We have deployed over 100 of these nurses who are supporting services at the health facility level, and so we are very happy that we can help to orient the administrators, so that when we post these nurses, the administrators will coordinate and make sure that they can be comfortable to continue to support the work of the service.
The Ghana Health Service says it expects the newly appointed hospital administrators to contribute to the enhancement of healthcare delivery in their respective facilities.
Hafiz Tijani, Citi News, Kumasi, Ashanti region.
After thrilling viewers and listeners with stellar performances from diverse genres, the fourth episode of Season 5 of Citi TV's Voice Factory saw contestants showcase their vocal prowess on stage. Contestants performed songs from selected pop stars in their quest to getting an inch closer to winning the ultimate cash prize of 20,000 Ghana cedis. However, there was a surprise as Cleos, who got evicted earlier, was brought back into the competition. There is more in this report.
It was the end of the road for Cleos as he got evicted from the 5th edition of Citi TV's music reality show, The Voice Factory, last week. He was the first person to have been kicked out of The Voice Factory since the captivating show began. He got the least votes compared to other contestants in the race, but in a surprise turn of events, Cleos got himself back into the competition.
I'm the star up in the sky. Nothing can come between us if we just hold.
At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside your eyes. Tonight, you and I were beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Rigwelu, who also got fewer votes and was supposed to be evicted, was however saved by the judges, Abiana, Fred J. Mensah and Edinam Bright Davies. Even though there was no eviction this week, the eviction last week pushed contestants to give their all in the 4th week of the show. Contestants performed songs from selected pop stars in their quest to getting an inch closer to winning the ultimate prize of 20,000 cedis. As the competition intensifies, viewers and listeners can expect more unforgettable performances, unexpected twists, and the birth of potential musical icons. With the stakes at an all-time high, the contestants strive to bring in their all and showcase their unique talents.
She got her head in the Yeah, and the way you like to dress. See, so won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. So why don't you come over, Valerie?
Season 5 of The Voice Factory is powered by Citi TV and sponsored by Ebony Condoms, Nalo Solutions, Edis Pizza, Twist Cupcakes and Copan Hospitality, with support from Citi FM, Alisa Hotel and Linash Beauty Parlor.
And that's our package for today's edition of the Citi Newsroom here on Citi TV. But before we go, a recap of our headlines. One person confirmed dead after a fuel tanker overturned along the Tema motorway, trapping the driver and passenger. Users of the Abri-Peduasi Road call for enhanced safety measures following reports of falling rocks onto stretch. Sightseers at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park left disappointed following temporary closure of facility. Evicted contestant of The Voice Factory, Cleos, makes a comeback in a dramatic turn of events. For more news, do log on to our website, citinewsroom.com. Subscribe to CityTube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV. My name is Kweku Ediama, and so many thanks for watching.
The day of a competition. From the shores to the pools to the beaches across the land. If you fancy yourself a competitive swimmer, this is for you. The Citi TV National Swimming Championships is happening on the 15th and the 16th of July 2023 at the Trust Sports Emporium. To register, WhatsApp your name, age and contact details to 0558 973 973 or call 0205 973 973. The Citi TV National Swimming Championships is brought to you by Citi TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and the Ghana Swimming Association. Get ready to witness a remarkable fair to showcase the rich diversity, talent, innovation, and mastery of made in Ghana products and services with the This is Ghana Exhibition 2023. Citi TV and Citi FM will allow you to immerse yourself in a vibrant showcase of authentic Ghanaian products and services in the biggest trade fair and exhibition for local SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing industries, homegrown businesses, and indigenous corporate bodies Ghana has ever seen. We shall promote, support, and patronize various Ghanaian products, solutions, and services that are redefining the views on indigenous products and their packaging across all sectors. Join us at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly on the 26th and the 27th of August 2023 at 10 a.m. through till 5 p.m. each day. Call us now on 0205 973 973 for inquiries on how to participate. The This is Ghana exhibition is powered by Citi TV and Citi FM and proudly sponsored by MTN Momo.